together for Mr. Jeff Phipps. Jeff Phipps. Hey everybody, give it up for your host, Brian. All right, Funny Bone, how are we doing? I am recently married. I got married less than a month ago. We have been dating for 17 years, so we call it a victory lap. But the thing about it is I never know where I stand with this woman, okay? So like this past Valentine's Day, she got me one of those fun and sexy card games, you know what I'm talking about? We were up in the bedroom, and it was like a truth or dare game, and I get the first card, and it's a truth card, and it was, "Are you happy?" And I was like, yeah, of course I'm happy. We're planning a wedding. I'm excited, you know, like we're almost to the finish line. She gets one, and it's like, "How has your day been?" And I was like, okay, so we talk about her day, and then finally this goes on for a little bit, and I get a dare card, and it was "Do the dishes." I was like, hey, this isn't fun or sexy at all. What's going on here? So I start looking for the box. I finally find it, and I kid you not, the name of this game was "Get Your Act Together Before I Kick You Out of This House." And I was like, where did you get this? Spencer's, $8. I'm racially ambiguous, if you can't tell. And what I mean by that is, like 5 years ago, I could have played the third henchman in any Mexican drug movie pretty well. I could have played the Asian henchman in any drug triad movie, right? But you can't do that anymore. You have to play the race that you are. So now I can only play the Native American henchman in the Native American drug movie. And they don't make those. So my career as an actor is over before it began. So I am racially ambiguous. I used to tell people I was 50% Native American, and then my wife got me an Ancestry.com kit for Christmas a few years ago. You're already laughing, ma'am. You know exactly where this is going. Yeah, and it turns out I'm only 37% Native American. And my dad's not my dad. And I have a half-brother named Michael Jordan. And it's not that one. So my older sister used to come to my shows, and then this happened. So this actually happened after I became a comic. And finally we had to have a sit-down about it, and she was like, "Jeff, I'm gonna be honest with you. I really don't like that joke about, you know, your ancestry." And I said, "Annette, what are you mad about? He's not your dad either." And so finally I did confront my dad a few years, not even a few years ago, like a year and a half ago or so, and I got him in the car and I was taking him to a medical appointment. That way he couldn't get out of the car and I could finally confront him and figure out what was going on. And I was like, "Hey, I don't know if you know this or not, but I took a DNA test and you're not my biological father." And he said, "I know." And then he said the sweetest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. He said, "But I can still call you son, right?" Yeah, and I said, "Fuck no, Charlie." And I dropped him off and I just skeeted off into the distance. We're gonna do a bunch of Native American jokes, you'll be okay. The one thing about being Native American is that people can still be casually racist to you and it's okay. And I'll give you some examples. So like if I'm up at the bar with the other comics, they'll be like, "Oh man, Jeff, man, you look thirsty, you wanna do some shots of firewater?" Giggling the whole time. Like, "Oh, Jeff, man, you look cold. You want a smallpox blanket to warm up, man?" My wife, my now wife, I used to say girlfriend, but now wife, I get to say this. She was like, "Hey, try not to dance on the way to work tomorrow. I don't want it to rain." Oh, I know, terrible, right? But this is the kicker, okay? And this one's true. Is I had an ex-girlfriend's dad buy me an arrow. Not a set. Not a bow and arrow, not the two-piece that you normally expect, just an arrow. Like, what am I supposed to do with this? Like, walk up and try and shank buffalo this way? Like, what do you do with just an arrow? I'm still trying to figure that out. I'm gonna get out of here in a second. You guys have been great. The one thing about looking the way I do is that I look Mexican, right? And that's probably what you thought when you first saw me, right? Yeah, okay. Fair, thank you. Thank you, sir. It is fair. But I really look Mexican to two types of people, and that's white people, because when I walk by their table at a Mexican restaurant, they ask me to refill their salsa. And the second is Mexicans. And the reason why I know this is whenever I go to Mexico, or like I was in a train station in Chicago, and I don't know if you've ever been to Grand Central in Chicago, It's huge, and they have this giant map, and I was staring at the map, and I'm like, where am I supposed to be going? And this lady walked up to me very fast, and I know she was Hispanic, and I would describe her to you, but then it would be your stereotype, not mine, or whatever. But I knew she was Hispanic because she started talking to me very quickly, and she's like, "Pero el baño, por favor." And so somebody's laughing. Somebody speaks Spanish in here besides me. And so I looked at her, and here's what I said. I said, "Lo siento, señorita, no hablo español." And one person laughed. Yes, thank you. Right. So what I said to her is, I said, "I'm sorry, ma'am, I don't speak Spanish." Imperfect Spanish. And so now she just thought I was stupid, and she started talking slower. And then I had to bring it to her. I said, "Ma'am, look, I don't know what came over me. Look, all I know is dos margaritas aquí, okay? I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me. I don't know why I spoke Spanish to you, ma'am. I'm so sorry." But she knew English because she gave me the bird and said, "Fuck you." And thank you, everybody. My name is Jeff Phipps. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. JD Buchanan's going to be coming up here, and JC Sabala, your headliner, are going to be great. Let's bring Brian back to the stage. Thank you so much.
Jeff Phipps, ladies and gentlemen. Jeff Phipps.